Katie, thank you so much for doing this. I know your time is valuable. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You recently got your pro card. It's been a long time coming for you to get it. You've worked so hard. When are you going to make your highly anticipated pro debut?
Well, that's still up in the air. I know I live in St. Louis, and St. Louis just added back pro bikini, so that's in March. But I really don't want to do my debut where all my friends and family are going to be there. I kind of want to just secretly do it, get all the nerves out, and then go to St. Louis. So maybe a little bit before March 30th.
The Olympia was last weekend. Did you watch?
Yes, of course I did.
Do you think you'll be on the Olympia stage someday?
Yes, I know I'll be there one day. It's not a matter, I know I'll do it. It's just, I got to work hard to get there.
You inspire a lot of women. What's it like having such a big influence on other people?
Um, that like made me, I don't want to tear up like a loser, but that made me really happy. I don't know, it's a really good feeling. I'm just it feels right. Like I'm doing what I love, and I'm happy that I can influence people to, go after what they want as well, and, be a positive impact, because I was once, in a negative place, and it's fun to kind of help other people get into that positive, mindset.
When you were at North Americans a few weeks ago, this is a show where you got your pro card, you said you felt peaceful and calm on stage. I think my question is, how does someone achieve mental clarity while they're prepping for a show?
Well, a lot of that had to do with, so I always did my own diet and workouts after my first two shows. I had a second set of eyes, and he was a really good friend of mine, and he would just kind of tell me, you're ready, you're not. So, but I would handle everything. So that kind of made me go stir crazy. So I finally was like, I'm hiring a coach, and that was how I established that mental clarity. On top of that, I read the book Relentless, and I worked a little bit more on recovery, and I didn't look at myself as much. I just did and trusted the process more, if that makes sense.
What is Relentless about?
It's so I haven't finished it, but I'm pretty sure everyone in the fitness industry has read it. It's about this big trainer who trained all, these big top athletes, like basketball players, and how his approach is all about mentality. They come to him to not to necessarily get a good workout, but to get that mental clarity. And he kind of went through his processes of how that happens and not to overthink and stuff like that. It was the perfect book to read before a show.
When you were posing on stage at North Americans, there was a portion of it where you were dead center, right in the middle. What was that like, posing and you're right in the middle?
Honestly, so I've been so close for 5 years. So I don't know how to describe that day other than like it felt like a dream, not because it was such a happy moment, but because I didn't feel like it was really happening. Like I didn't believe it. I still don't believe it, and I won't believe it until I get on a pro stage. I don't even consider myself a pro until I get on a pro stage. So it was just not real for me. It was a good feeling though.
I feel like you could be one of the best in knowing how to pose. Your angles posing, I feel, are really good. Do you ever coach people for posing?
Um, I only coach the girls that I bikini prep because honestly, I've struggled with it. I was always more of like an athletic girl. I never did dance. I never did cheerleading. Like I was never a girly girl. So for me to get into the posing, it's still difficult for me to look, you know, any somewhat smooth on stage. So I only stick to the girls that I coach, for posing lessons. Yeah.
How has your body changed over the last 5 years?
I've been through so many different changes. I was, struggling with an eating disorder when I first came into the sport. And then, so I was super skinny, but I looked like kind of like a beefy skinny because I'm just super muscular naturally. And then I added more muscle, and then I added more fullness. And then this past year, we've worked on really reducing that muscle because 5 years, that's a lot of years for that muscle maturity to develop when you're already naturally very muscular. So I was surpassing the bikini division. So I'm working my butt off to lose muscle. So it's changed a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome. I want to read something you typed on your Instagram. You said, quote, when you are constantly in a stage of doing, it's important to make time to be in a state of being. What does that mean?
I think just anyone who competes or anyone who is really going after that goal in any situation, they're go, go, go. And like if you really want that goal, that's all you're thinking about. So you're just doing, 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 doing. You don't leave any room for recovery. And that is what makes you well-rounded and balanced and sure of yourself when you step on that stage. And that's what I worked on this whole year is recovery. I did this thing where you float in this Epsom salts. It's crazy. Meditation is what it is. And different approaches. You just have to really focus on yourself sometimes.
And can you tell us about your holiday challenge coming up?
Yes, my holiday challenge is, I've been doing it for several years. I always call the last challenge of the year the holiday challenge, but it's the Katie Schrader challenge, and I've seen so much success with so many women, and it makes me so happy getting to work with so many different women multiple times a year. It's incredible, and everyone does amazing, and it's a team aspect. It's great. This one will start October 16th, and it will take you through Halloween. It will take you through Thanksgiving, which you will get a treat meal during Thanksgiving, and it will end right before Christmas. So we'll kind of hold each other accountable, through the holidays.
That's really cool. Good for you. I think my last question is, all these athletic things, what else do you like to do for fun?
I don't know. So I live in St. Louis, and there's so many different neighborhoods. So my husband and I, we like to kind of like explore all the different neighborhoods. We like to eat at different restaurants, of course. My dogs, I'm really into dogs. I'm kind of a nerd. I like watching Harry Potter. I like chocolate, going to different boutique chocolate stores. I don't know, I'm just a basic girl.
That's cool.
Nothing special.
We see your dog a lot on Instagram. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, awesome. I've actually gotten requests to film them more, so I should do more of that.
That's cool. Well, Katie, I know you're very busy. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time.